What is this? Hey, yo. A full-on illustration? That's cute. Look at this. Look at Luffy. Look at how proud he is of himself. I like this. This is cool. I wasn't expecting this at all. That's cool. That's cool. I'm just looking around if there are like Easter eggs or something. I assume 11 p.m. is when it airs now, right? Yeah, that's the new time slot. Yeah, I thought so, because I was about to ask, why is it 11 p.m.? That's cute. I don't think there are any Easter eggs or something. It's just a cute little piece. Except Jinbei, who once again looks like a dad. Are they filming their own adventure, then it comes together at the end of the day and watch it together? Yes. Is their daily vlog. Okay. Oh, and the cover story continues as well. Oh my god, we got them both. Okay. Chapter 1145. Wildfire in Forest Sector 2, Branch Route 8. Why does this seem like something very important? Wildfire, Forest Sector 2, Branch Route 8. Is this something I should remember? Because I don't. Zoro is staring at the wrong direction despite having all the TVs around them. I think Zoro is just half passed out drunk. Okay. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 30. Peipei's still alive. And now they've reunited. I don't know what's going on with this cover story. I don't really feel the cover story. Nothing interesting happens. I am confused about what the intention for it is, right? Also, why is Yamato's club so small? Why is this... I swear it was bigger. The club used to be bigger, I swear to God. The thing that's weird about this cover story is that I expected some kind of twist or some kind of narrative direction, whereas for now, it's been... Yamato is searching... They find the cover spot, and they obviously destroy them. And that's it. It was very kind of like telegraphed. But I don't know. This cover story has been a bit odd. I expected something a little bit different from Return to Wano. But I mean, hey, maybe she's gonna be like, hey, listen. When I was still allies with Kaido, there was a stash of devil fruits. We bought them from Davy D. Jones. Yep, we are right back to fighting. We are right back to fighting. Here it comes, Nash. Wait, what is that? What is this shield? Like, is this something I've just completely erased from my memory? Why is there a shield that grows bigger? Is this a devil fruit? I don't remember anything about this. But they're just fighting a big snake. Did you forget? I guess. Has this existed before? This is very weird. Okay, and Sanji or Zoro are locked in. And that's him dead. It's also very interesting that they actually like there's actual blood. Oh wait, this is not the nightmare, right? This is just a beast. Okay, let me see what's up. What is this? This looks like good eaten. I mean, it's even huge compared to the giants. True and real. The shield has been there since the first appearance of the new giant pirates in the cover page thing. I think it was back in Whole Cake. Have I just completely ignored a literal shield with a face? Because this is, like, it looks like it has a devil fruit in it, right? Because it just gets big. Didn't you talk about that? Did I? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Groggy Saurus-ish considered a delicacy. It takes a while to carve off all the fat, but is great when stewed in alcohol. Yeah, but you didn't bring any of that with us, right? There's a whole set of cooking tools in the hunting sets. Let's look for some aromatic herbs on the way back. Hey, what's the deal with this guy? Is it a devil fruit? Okay, there we go. Bro, no way. I've completely forgotten about this. That shield came to life like that way back years ago when my dad went on an expedition to vanquish Big Mom. Big Mom? I still don't understand how the Big Mom, like, infused, what's it called, Zeus and Prometheus and all that. I don't understand how they work. Why are they still alive? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Are they permanent objects? Because if so, how many more are there? Big Mom? Oh, so he's like Zeus then. What? You guys know Mr. Zeus? He's like one of the most exalted homies. Now he's a manservant to our navigator. So, Big Mom equals bad, but Zeus equals good. Zeus is alive because Big Mom's soul was stripped away from him. He only lives because of the Wither Staff. Yeah, but I don't get how that works. I don't. It's the same thing with all like the powers that were like to knock people out and stuff like that, where they had different like circumstantial things for when they worked. Like if you were asleep, they were still active, but if you were knocked unconscious, they turned off. Or with like sugar and stuff, right? It's simple, she's still alive. I swear to God, if my meme about her and Kaido being in a jacuzzi turns out to be legit, is gonna be the dumbest thing ever. It's gonna be the dumbest thing ever. Okay. Holy Knights? That's right. They showed up here. Humans from the world government? You're saying that's who beat you this badly? ... That is what I'm saying. You must have given them reason to seek revenge when you were rampaging beyond the sea. Don't be stupid. If I'd gotten far enough to run... Wait, what? If I'd gotten far enough to run into them when I was out there, I'd be the king of the world by now. Once again, king of the world. Blacksmiths? Blackbeard's words. They're just taking a hot bath. Yeah. Mori is another example of when he is knocked out, his power stops. Why is Big Mom an exception? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, but what is this about Loki being beyond the sea, rampaging around, and he wants to be the king of the world? Is this Loki's gonna be freaking Rock D. Zebek. He's Rocks. Loki actually is Rocks. We're not gonna get a Rocks flashback. We're gonna get a Loki flashback. There is no Rocks. He doesn't exist. He was always Loki. There is only Loki. He was always Rocks. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Okay, what is this? Knights from the world government? Hey guys. Now I'm actually very interested what the hell he was doing. Look what we caught. Whoa, that's huge. It's a Groggysaurus. Tasty and nutritious. I delivered the killing blow. W Zoro. Once again, dunk on Sanji. You should always dunk on Sanji. You should have been there. I've never seen such a disgraceful soaring broccoli. Bro, there's a reason why you're wearing in the newest episodes double spread. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Rocks figured out how to do what Joy Boy did when it comes to reincarnation. You know the thing about how Rocks assembled a crew that is so powerful that like the crew literally didn't work? There were too many ambitious people? It's Loki. Loki was just there to cause trouble. He put together the world's most powerful crew knowing that it would just be a source of drama. Because it's Loki. I'm telling you, Rocks doesn't exist. This is my new conspiracy theory. Rocks does not exist. It was Loki all along. You'll see. Okay. Did you collect enough fallen trees? Yep, got a nice pile going. Thanks for the hunt. There we go, nice and cooked. Yummy. It's not just for you, alright. Eat up, Loki. What even is this? What am I even looking at? Luffy bashing him in the face with a giant stick of meat. You're burning me! Be careful or his wounds will open up. Are you trying to kill me? Hey, you're looking better already. Anyway, you need to eat if you want to recover. I still have no idea what the hell is going on with Loki. Like, I have gone back and forth with what his true intentions are like 100 different times. Granted, the fact that he's once again talking about being the king of the world does seem very sus. Very sus. I mean, he is chowing down though, and Luffy's happy. Luffy is just feeding him and being like, hell yeah. But the "are you trying to kill me" is peak. Gulp. It's hard to swallow lying on my back. You can't sit me up first? Jeez, so fussy. I was about to start coming up with another conspiracy theory of why he wants to sit up, and then I just see Luffy, got something stuck in your throat, hang on a second, I'll bring soup. He's already running. I can see it bubbling from here. Stay away from me. This is what it means to be an emperor, by the way. You are running around with a big stick of meat and a big pot of soup, and some of the most powerful people in the world are terrified of you. This is how you know that Luffy is an actual emperor. Bro literally runs up with a big pot of soup, and this guy loses his mind. Peak fiction. Peak fiction. Jesus Christ. He has more burns than before. I think Luffy might... This is a meme panel. I need to take a screenshot of this. Oh my god. That's me, sorry. Hey Luffy. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Let me add this to my meme collection. Hold on. Cinema. Luffy is a bigger threat in being allied than being an enemy. I mean, to an extent, kind of, yeah. Like, I feel like, if you are friends with Luffy, and I feel like you could draw, like, a graph, right? Where, if you're antagonistical to Luffy, your probability of getting your ass kicked rises with the more bad stuff you do, but it's kind of like, it doesn't really start out at the top. Like, Luffy's not gonna lock in and punch you in the face right away, right? Like, he's just not going to. But if you are friends with Luffy, you exist in a perpetual state of fear. Because a random stick of meat could go flying. He could decide that he needs to go for a swim before realizing that, wait a minute, I can't swim, and then you have to rescue him. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong with Luffy. So I do think that, like, there's an intersection point where it becomes more better to be actually a villain for Luffy than an ally to Luffy. Think someone needs to do a study on this. How many chapters on average do villains survive before getting hit by Luffy versus all of his allies? There are very few of his allies who haven't gotten into trouble because of Luffy. Okay. You Tugard? What did this guy do to make all the giants hate him so much? I'm guessing he was lying when he made that promise with Luffy. Zoro's disrespecting a sword. Why would you do that? He's probably gonna clean it afterwards. It's fine. Okay. Where to find red hair now? I'm sorry, but I wasn't lying about that. We'll be the judge of that. Go on. Tell us. Why should I tell you when you haven't upheld your end of the bargain and unlocked my last chain? They're just having a picnic now? Like, the entirety of Elbaf is burning down and we're having a picnic. Okay. You really want to meet red hair that badly, eh? I suppose I can understand how it feels to idealize a pirate when you... I suppose I understand how it feels to idealize a pirate you met when you were just a lad. And Hyruden says... ... It's gonna be Shiki. He idealized Shiki when he was a young lad. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This is very sus. Very, very sus. Are we going even further back? Is it gonna be like... It can't be like Joybor or something, right? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. You make it sound like you feel the same way about someone. Yes. I did. And it pains me that I was only a boy at the time. Take me with you! I didn't come here to meet a whelp like you. No, wait, this is someone else. Take me with you! I didn't come here to meet a whelp like you. Stop making me repeat myself. Wait a minute, no way. Hold on. Wait, hold on just a minute. Hold on just... Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute. Fight me then. What? You didn't have to use the blade on the kid. Shut up, Newgate. This is not what I meant when I said Zebek doesn't exist, okay? I'm not gonna lie. If he didn't say shut up, Newgate, I would have thought that was the Straw Hat. I'm only now realizing that's his mustache. For a second, I would have been like, wait, why is there a person with the straw hat? So wait a minute. The reason why he wait a minute. We have way too many coincidences. We have way too many So this guy is talking about being the king of the world. Blackbeard says the same stuff about being the king of the world, and he has named a ship after the saber of Zebek. And this guy right here, Loki, idealized Zebek when he was a kid, and he also talks about being the king of the world. So what the hell? Is this going to be like a situation with Colin? Where Colin also kind of idealizes Shanks, but like not really? Because I remember when we first met Colin, people were even joking about that Shanks is going around recruiting Luffys. Because the interaction between Luffy and Colin with Shanks was very, very similar. What the hell is this? Zebek is more important to the story than we thought. I just find it interesting that there are two characters now who want to be like Zebek. That's what's very interesting to me. That we have both Blackbeard and Loki who functionally want the same thing. And I don't know what Oda intends to do with that. Is this going to be a similar situation where Oda is using Loki to almost give us an insight into what Blackbeard is thinking? Could it be like a surrogate situation where we explore Blackbeard's story through a surrogate character? But I don't think so, because Loki seems to be way more important than that, right? Zebek is lucky that Loki was just a kid. If he was an adult, he would have kicked his ass. Professional Loki glazer. Look. I don't know. Also similar with Pedro and Roger. Are you implying that Loki is gonna die to save Luffy? Is that what you're implying? Or maybe he's gonna die to protect Blackbeard. Because Pedro and Roger is one. You're right, I completely forgot about that. Pedro had the same exact thing with Roger. Loki rejected by giants, rocks, and Lola. Luffy will accept him. I don't, like... I see what you're saying with, like, Luffy is gonna accept him because of course he will. It's what Luffy does. I just don't see how that works. Like, I totally see the fact where Luffy is like, oh, sounds kind of bad. Anyway, if you want to be a pirate, we're going on a trip. We're gonna get the One Piece, it's fine. You gotta give up this king talk, though. Gotta give that up. That's weird, okay? But we're gonna pop off. Like, it's gonna be cool. I don't see how it works from there, though. Like, what is Loki's purpose? That's what's interesting to me. I was born in the wrong era. He was born late enough to get to Laugh Tale. Born early enough to browse dank memes. Born just in time to be drenched in soup by Luffy. Roger said the same thing about being born into the wrong era. Did he? Because I know he talked about wishing that he could have seen it, but I don't think he explicitly said no. He said, I wish I'd been born in your time. I think that has a slightly different connotation than Loki, right? Like, the meaning of it is exactly the same. Where they're talking about, I should have existed at a different time. But the way Roger phrases it is very different in terms of his feelings and in terms of, like, his intentions to Loki. Because Loki is actually genuinely distraught and disappointed. He's like, I was born into the wrong era, this is bad. Whereas Roger talks about it in a positive light, where I just wish I had seen this. I wish I was born in the same era as you. I think the connotation there is a little bit different. In the same way that Luffy's freedom and Blackbeard's freedom are two different kinds of freedoms, right? One is sort of negative and almost nihilistic. The other is just a happy expression of, I wish I'd gotten to see it alongside you. But it's not sad. It's not like I regret this. It's just I wish things had, you know, been a little bit different and maybe I could have met you. If the Straw Hats if the Straw Hats ship gets upgrades, they could make it big enough for Loki to come aboard, or maybe Loki has his own ship from where he went out to sea, and maybe he comes our new ship if Loki joins. I could maybe see Loki being a captain in Luffy's fleet. I just don't see Loki joining us. I literally just don't see it. I just don't see the interplay between the characters where Loki makes sense. That's what gets me. It's literally not even about, like, the practicalities of how it would work. I just don't really see a universe where Loki sails with us. But he is really interesting with, like, with this, all of his regrets and stuff, and the fact that he wishes he could have been born into the era of, like, the greats. And the fact that he feels like he's basically been left behind, you know? It's very interesting. Do you think Rox is alive? I think if he was, like, Oda has kept him hidden for this long, I almost feel like he has to be alive. That's kind of like the weird part that gets me, right? But at the same time, like, if he was alive, like, what? We have Blackbeard, Rox, and Loki, and I mean Emu to an extent too, who are all characters fighting for the control of the world. It seems like a bit too much, doesn't it? Watch Rox be Emu. Now that would be funny. Now that would be funny. If Rox retired, put on a big cloak, and said, "That's it, I won." GG's. Okay, let's see. The Draugrs are like soldiers. Somebody go stew. Just like the things the kids would be afraid of. Wipe them all out. Is that meant to be Loki? I think it is. With a big wacky goofy hammer. I'll handle him. Mr. Yapper. Man, Mr. Yapper is so cool. I really hope we get a lesson from Mr. Yapper too. I'm really looking forward to some kind of like Rayleigh interaction. I loved Rayleigh in Sabaody so much. I'm a big enjoyer of like old mentor characters who are absurdly OP. I love it. Okay. Good things these are based on a child's imagination. Would they be stronger if the kids knew the real thing? Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Well, that doesn't sound ominous. I'd rather not find out. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Emu wanted a break, so he went to sea, named himself Rox, destroyed stuff, then got back to the castle, break over. I think it was a vacation for him, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to think about like a galaxy brain move, think about it. You know you are basically immortal, right? Like you have a lot of time to figure stuff out. So you just go to open seas. You are a galaxy brain who knows a lot. Like you actually have an unfair advantage. You get all of these strongest pirates together and just wait for one of them to like find what you need. In this case, I guess that would be Laugh-Tail. You basically you manipulate a bunch of people into starting their own crews and then doing your bidding without even knowing. Kind of galaxy brain. There are more of them now. 3. A trio of abnormal voices. They can try to hide, but I still feel them. If even Elbaf isn't safe anymore, then it's truly the end of days. Ragnarok is here. Mr. Yapper said it. Mr. Yapper confirmed it. Bro's got the voice of the Yapper. Firefighting team. Open the sea cloud hoses! Will this even work? The flames are simply massive. True and real. You know what would help a lot now? Just putting it out there. You know what would really help right about... Camera? You know what would really help right about now? Oh, I don't know. I remember there was this town called Grey Terminal. And it was on fire. Like, it was really bad. There was a lot of fire in this town called Grey Terminal. And then there was a big gust of wind. Now, that would be very helpful right about now, huh? That would be very helpful. I'm talking about Dragon, by the way. Just in case anyone's, like, not getting the joke. A big whirlwind would be very helpful. Let's see if it happens. I think it will. That panel got me thinking, if the kid was afraid of Nika, saw Luffy in Gear 5, would the nightmare version of Nika change or even disappear? That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, I would assume not. I assume the nightmares are kind of like they're conjured and that's it. But I don't know. Yasop's father was Rox. Usopp is the person who finds this out. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Firefighters, I'm so glad y'all made it. But could you pack it up a little bit? The kids are about to reach the flames. The valves are all the way open. It's the strongest stream we've got. Put out the fire. You can do it. Get the flames out. I'm begging you. Look at that, Gunko. The kids are about to burn to death. What happens? Will they wake up? I have been thinking about Gunko for a long time. I spent most of last week thinking about Gunko. I think she might be a revolutionary. I do. And not just because she looks like who did she look like? One Piece revolutionaries. I forget her name, but there is a revolutionary, a Koala, right? Koala One Piece. Yes, Koala, that's the one. I mean, she looks the same. Like, she actually looks the same. Let me bring up a picture. Koala. Like, you for real? It is seeming very, very sus, isn't it? And a spy in the God Knights would also be very, very handy. Now, to be fair, I've got no idea how that would work, but it's definitely a little bit sus. A little bit sus. A little bit sus. Let's get back to the chapter. Maybe she's gonna do something now. They'll wake up from that heat, wail and cry for their parents, and be consumed by flames and burned into bones, I assume. That's all kinds of messed up. That's all kinds of messed up. Koala was a slave. Yeah, my dumb brain didn't even realize that she was in the flashback. People told me about that and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm so dumb. I found out about the fact that it was the same character that that we saw in the Fisher flashback. I don't even remember when. I felt so stupid. It was embarrassing. It was like actually embarrassing. I heard she's a Ginny clone. Maybe. I think we're past whatchamacallit, clone piece. How about that? Now that's emotion. Sea Cloud. What's wrong, firefighters? It's not going out. We're at max output. We out of options. Stop, children. Shoulder throw. There, that should do it. Was that in time? Way to go, Jinbei. I got the chills. W Jinbei, W Jinbei. W Jinbei, once again, the absolute GOAT. One of the most crucial Straw Hats. So underrated. The GOAT. The GOAT. Look at him. Coming in clutch. I keep forgetting about how big these things are. And I actually think that the throw he just did was absurdly big. Like, actually absurdly big. The GOAT. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Wow! Look at Robin and Chopper. Look at him. Look at him. Hold on. No, I don't want this. This is why they're the best. This is why they're the best. Look at them. This is why they're the best. Very cute, very wholesome. Very cute, very wholesome. The wildfire in Forest Sector 2 Branch Route 8 has been put out. W. They're just chilling while Saul tries to save the children? No, they just realized that they need to come up with a new plan, so Robin was using her noodle, and Chopper was already preparing to treat them. And now they're just both very happy. Stop trying to dunk on the best duo. It's just not gonna fly on this channel. We will not tolerate any Robin or any Chopper slander. Immediate ban. Immediate ban. Permanent. No recourse, no chance of forgiveness, nothing. And the kids are all safe. The children weren't harmed by the flames, but they're still marching onward. That was a close one. We believed in you. Well done, firefighters. Big W, big W. The guardian deities of Elbaf. That wasn't us, but at least they're safe. I mean, at least they're honest. Like, to be fair, it might have been Jinbei, but these firefighters, they're also the MVPs. Don't sell your short, guys. Y'all are still the MVPs. Still the MVPs. Did you see that, Robin? Jinbei must be nearby. I love Chopper's being like, did you see that, Robin? That was so cool, Jinbei. So cool. Thank you, Jinbei. It's nothing. The kids at school all hate me, but I think of them as my friends. That's so sweet, Colin. We're gonna save them together. Yeah. Don't forget, Colin, that you're gonna have to face Luffy because you've done a mutiny. Don't forget about that. You've done a bit of a mutiny, so you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. So I suppose school isn't the only place to find a perky child. Who's that? Okay, what happens now? That's it. Oh! Brook is there. Nothing happens. This is where we're gonna see what happens with her being Brook's biggest fan. I mean, that was easy, I guess. Question is, is she actually gonna start just being like, oh my god? Or what? Because obviously the Brook thing, I don't think it was a meme. I think Oda wrote it in there as a legit thing. So we're gonna see how that plays out. I think the other revolutionaries, I think the other God Knights are too close by for there to be like fishy shenanigans though. So even if she was on our side, I don't think it would like the flip would happen this quickly. Because the others are too close, right? You know what could happen? She could start like actually not mauling out, but she could actually have a fan meltdown and her devil fruit turns off. Yeah, exactly. Fangirling will be the turning point. I think that's what could happen. She actually starts like, oh my god, it's Brook, I love your music, and she starts yapping, the devil fruit turns off. And it's GG's. This is gonna be very funny though. I'm looking forward to this. You know what else is gonna be really fun? If she starts talking about Brook, I really, really hope that we're gonna see something with like with Nami trying to negotiate with her, where it's like, yeah, I work with Brook all the time. We can give you Brook records. We have autographed Brook stuff. Just like work with us here, right? Like let's do a thing. I think the dynamic there could be very funny. I think that's mostly what's gonna happen. The Loki stuff in this chapter though, that's what has me scratching my head. The Loki stuff is very, very interesting. Will she recognize him or is she a fake fan? You know what's actually interesting about that? I mean, I don't think so. It's very hard to recognize a person that you've seen on screen. It is. So maybe she won't recognize him. Maybe she'll think that it might be Brook, but she's not gonna believe it. No, but I think she will. This was a fun chapter. This one was definitely fun. And it's, you know what's kind of crazy? It's kind of crazy how full of massive lore these chapters are. And we're just completely used to it. That was kind of wild to me. We just saw rocks. And it's just like a thing we go past. We know that Loki wanted to be a part of Rox's crew. That is a massive, massive deal. And it's just a thing in this chapter. It's kind of wild to think about. I mean, full slander, Chopper is a 218-year-old dear grown-ass man pretending to be a child to paint poor children like Colin's mind. What? Shut up! The shield with the face also appeared in chapter 1031 when he was carrying the Sunny. I think you just talk about it, or I'm misremembering. Also, his first appearance was at chapter 899. I genuinely don't remember seeing the shield at all. Should I be scared? Am I losing my memory? Am I losing my capacities? It kind of makes me scared. I genuinely feel like I've never seen this shield at all. It's kind of scary to me. Did he do anything with the shield? I don't think he did. I don't know. Since Egghead chapters are so incredibly packed, it's wild. Egghead was like, when we got like all the big world stuff in Egghead, it was even more insane. Because that's when it was like look at this. This person is fighting this person, and this person is fighting this person, and oh, well, one of these people are dead. It was wild. At least here, it's like a lot more straightforward. But man, I am really, really looking forward to what happens with the Loki stuff. Because it seems like Luffy's gang is gonna hang out with him for a little while longer. Which makes me very interested about the climax of this arc. Because we don't have There's no one for Luffy to fight. Like, on one hand... Yeah, actually, I don't even know. There was like nothing for Luffy to really do now. Except talk to Loki. And I find that kind of sus. I think there's going to be something else that breaks here. And I'm just not sure what. Is it going to be another deployment of more forces? Probably. Very interesting. Very interesting. Shanks' brother? I don't think so. I don't think Shamrock's going to be here. The more I think about it, the more I think Shamrock is gonna have something to do with Blackbeard. Granted, that is just my conspiracy theory. I talked about this last week. I think Shamrock is being set up for a confrontation of with Blackbeard on Blackbeard's terms. I think Blackbeard has masterminded something with Saturn's form. I don't think Shamrock's gonna be here. I think it's gonna be something else. It could be the Moon dude. What was his name? The guy who had like the long beard and the long hair. The guy who looked like a moon. What was his name? I don't remember. He could be deployed here. Garlic, that's the one. Is Garlic. Garlic Man. But I'm not sure. I also find it a bit sus that we're like dragging out the unchaining Loki thing. That's also a little bit suspicious to me. It almost seems like Oda wants to get... Like, you know what this looks like to me? It looks like Oda is drawing in all this stuff about Loki, like Luffy feeding him and all of this stuff, just to get Loki to talk before we unchain him and he does something crazy. That's what this feels like to me. And that's why I'm a little bit sus that there's like nothing for Luffy to do yet. You know? Luffy's just talking to him and we're just getting lore. And whenever you're just getting clean lore, you should be sus. Same thing with Sabaody. We went into the bar, Rayleigh starts giving us like literally mountains of lore, and just like that, everything blows up. That's what I'm feeling right now. He's just chilling, giving us lore. I don't think it's gonna last. Oh! This. Basically this. Basically this. I can only imagine what the next arc after this is. Honestly, I can't. I can't. My like biggest point of mystery is what order is gonna be Lodestar, a big war, and I almost said Lockdown. Laugh-Tale. Like, Lodestar is obviously going to be probably, like, right after this. But the order of the rest is kind of up in the air for me. And I don't know how involved we'll be in all those situations. Because a lot of those fights aren't really Luffy's fights. You know? And we have a lot of new faces now. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I love this chapter. This chapter was just fun. And also with the illustration of that. How many arcs left? I've got no idea. I mean, I would expect 4 or 5. Probably closer to 4 full arcs after Elbaf, but I don't know. Are you sure you don't remember the shield? I don't think I... Let me look up the shield. What is the shield called? I'm gonna look up the shield on Wiki. Where was this? Where was it? Where was it? What the hell is this name? Shield, One Piece... I'm just gonna do talking shield One Piece. 2018 Goldberg shield. So the chapter cover of 899 is a giant holding a shield with a face on it. I have 2 theories. It's just, this is probably what I assumed. This is probably what my brain said. Number 2, objects in One Piece can randomly grow mouths in One Piece. Okay. And that's how objects eat devil fruits. I don't think it's a homie. Because the giants hate Big Mom. That's what I said. That's what I said. And they're also very honorable, so he wouldn't walk around with a piece of Big Mom's soul or Mother caramels if it's her homie. I literally didn't remember this thing's existence. Like, straight up. I had no idea how the sulfur worked, probably. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how the soul fruit works. So I think if I don't understand how it works, then someone who just fought Big Mom probably also doesn't know how it works. To be honest with you, Caramel in One Piece, Caramel. She is such a weird character. Such a weird character. A very, very sus character. I'll say that. A very sus character. I'd love to know a bit more about her. Because when she was doing all the shenanigans in the flashback, I want to know what else the soul thing can do. Because, as you know, Brook, I'm still holding Brook stocks, I'm telling you. Still holding Brook stocks. Alright. Let me real quick. After Carbol died, her fire homie seemingly disappeared, so the fact that Big Mom's homies are still there is very telling, just saying. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, to be honest with you, we literally had Whitebeard get half of his face melted off, and nothing happened. So, I mean, they fell into lava. Maybe they can't survive. So, I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But yeah, that's the chapter. Next week, we are on break. Next week, there is a break. It's really annoying that I keep getting sun in my eyes, but next week, there's a break, and then we'll be back after that. A good chapter. Can't wait to see what happens with Brook, and I need to know more about Loki. So far, Elbaf, I am locked in. I need answers about everything. It's great. But yeah, I hope to be back. I hope to be back in the next couple of days with either Dark Souls or Schedule 1. I want to play Schedule 1, the drug game. Right? This is a good 8 out of 10 chapter. A good 8 out of 10. Yeah, sounds about right. Alright, that said, have a good start of your week, and I'll see you back whenever I see you back. On the main channel, or on the second channel, or wherever. Alright, have a good one. Bye-bye.